They gave up their baby 50 years ago and went their separate ways until the man decided to look up his lost love. When Denny and Karen Veenar fell in love, they were just teens. When Karen was 15 years old, the couple had a daughter, whom they placed for adoption. Then they were compelled to part ways as well. But something amazing occurred more than 50 years later. An enduring love tale fit for a motion picture brought a family that had been forcibly split apart back together. Dennis Veenar and Karen Lerman made the decision that their hearts truly desired, finally getting the chance to rekindle what they previously had after 50 years. It was a meet-cute between the quiet band member and the popular school athlete. Veenar played football for his school, and Lerman was a clarinetist. Veenar had always managed to stay in the company of the lady he loved, even while they were in separate universes. He acknowledged that he frequently skipped or arrived late to football workouts, but he never gave those things any thought. All he knew was that he loved Lerman and he walked her home whenever he had the chance. Regretfully, not everyone shared their enthusiasm for their developing romance. Veenar did not enjoy the favor of Lerman's father. When their love culminated in a pregnancy at the age of barely 15, things became more problematic. Even though Veenar wished to marry Lerman and become a father, her parents prohibited them from doing so. Lerman excelled in his studies. A valedictorian at heart, she aspired to a college degree. However, when Karen discovered she was pregnant, fate threw the teenagers a curveball. Her family brought her to a home for single moms. Only once, on the day their baby girl was delivered, did Denny get to see her. After holding their daughter for approximately 60 minutes, they placed her up for adoption. We last saw her at that point. The last recollection we had of her was from a picture we had taken of her, Karen Veenar recalled. Veenar was quick to acknowledge her healthy baby girl after she gave birth. She added during their appearance on Steve Harvey's talk show that Veenar immediately said yes when she called him to ask if he wanted to sign the birth certificate and hold his baby. They would not see their daughter again after that. That was the point at which their lives diverged. Not only were they bidding farewell to their daughter, but they were also bidding farewell to one another. It was not the same life in the 1960s. Denny asked Karen to marry him after she came home from the military, and she accepted. Her family, however, preferred that she pursue an education. It was even more difficult to part because they were in love and inseparable. Veenar enlisted in the army, while Lerman continued her education at a university. Veenar wanted to communicate with Lerman, but her father would not stop answering their calls and sending letters. They were forced by the circumstances to let go of their past love and move on. But they didn't. Veenar acknowledged that he discovered Lerman resided in the same neighborhood as him while working for a senator. He described to the host and audience, through sobs, how he had knocked on every door in the neighborhood, hoping Lerman would come out of one of them. The search was sadly in vain. But love finds a way, always. When a friend asked Veenar to sign up with him on the business networking site LinkedIn, their reunion would eventually come to pass. For the better part of almost 50 years, they lived very different lives in different parts of the country. Finally, in 2014, curiosity got the better of Denny. He did an online search for Karen, found her, and then left a message at her workplace in Everett, Washington. Veenar told WUSA9, "I typed in Karen Lerman and there she was, the third person down. And I smacked my hands together and said, that's my lady." With Veenar being long divorced, and Lerman long widowed, he finally got the yes to the proposition he had been asking over and again. They tied the knot on Thursday after meeting on Monday. Now that they were back together and ready